Alright, greetings to you, and we are here again with this lesson. Right. So with the previous lesson, we looked at how to come out with the Google logo, the Chrome logo, and then the Shell logo. Right. So this time around, we are going to look at these ones also. Right. Yes. So they look this especially this one looks scary, but yeah, it's not that scary. It's very simple. Right. So yes, without taking my time, let's move into it and then see how best you can come about with these two logos. So I'm going to going from my artboard to my artboard panel here. Then I'll create yes 3 more artboards so that I'll have 4. So here I'll go into arrange them. There is 2 columns here. Yes. Then okay. So I have one here, one here, one here, and then one also down here. So I'll go in for this here, and then I have to go into my view, yeah, and then fit out both window. Okay, so I have this one here. All right, so starting with that, I'm going in for, okay, so let's start with this one. So starting, I'm going for the rectangle tool. All right, yes, I'm starting with this one here. All right, so going for the rectangle tool. So with that, click and drag. Yes, so I have my rectangle here. Okay, right. So wow, I don't want it this way, right? So I'll come in here and then I'll swap the fill and then the stroke, yes, so that I'll rather have the stroke and then the fill goes that way. So I have this here. Next is I'll go in for the ellipse tool, right? Click and drag, holding on my shift key, then have it. So this I'll make sure like this snaps to the edge, right? It snaps to the edge, right? It snaps to the edge, and then let me go in here. So it snaps to the edge here. I have this here. Okay, so this is okay. Let me reduce the size from this side, and then I'll do that holding on my shift key. Okay, let me just have it here. So I'll shift it up a little bit. Okay, so having this here, yes, cool. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'll just copy this here. Right. I'll make a copy of this one here. Okay, let me increase it a little bit. Hold it on shift. Okay, so I'll go to edit. I'll copy this. Go to edit again, and then I'll paste in place. It will be at the same position. So what I'll do is I'll just hold on my shift and then the alt key, then resize that, and then I'll have to make sure that it aligns with this one. It snaps to this one as well. So yes, I have this and that. Now what I'm going to do for this side is I'll go with my 2-line segment tool. Right. Let me zoom here. So with my 2-line segment tool, I'll draw a line here. Okay. All right, so I have this line here. Then what I'm going to do is I'll go in for my curvature tool. Right. So I'll come in here, click, and then drag to create a curve here. So I have this curve. Right. So this I'll press on the escape and then it goes away. So I press on the escape key, this goes away. Right. So having this here, right, that means yes, I have what I'm looking for. I have to curve this one here. Right. I have to curve this idea down, but it's too long. So let me go for it and then reduce this here. Okay, so I have it reduced. So I have to curve this one inside. So I'll hold on my control key, click here, yes, then I'll click and drag. So I have this side only curved, as you can see, this one here. All right. Okay, so as you can see this one here. So once I have this, all right, I'll just select everything here. Then I'll go in for my shape builder tool. So with my shape builder, this can see yes, I have a perfect outcome. So this side, I don't need this idea. I don't need this, so I'll hold on my Alt key. See, it gives me the minus. Right, then I can go ahead to click and then I delete that. Then I'll release my hand from the Alt here. I want this part to form one shape, so I'll just come in here, click and drag. Then here also, just come to click here. Then I have that. So I can now go with this, click outside here. This part, just come with this small one, delete it. And then this small one also, hit on delete to have it deleted. So the next thing is I have to fill it with my colors, and then it has a gradient. So I'll go for this in here, go for the gradient. Okay, yes, I already have a blue gradient in there. Right. So I have this here. I'll go with my gradient tool. Let me work on the gradient. So click and drag it, something like this. Okay. So yes, I'll go with this one just like that. Let me select this, the color. Then, okay, this one also here, the color. Let me move it somewhere in here a little bit. Then, okay, so I have that. So the next one is coming for this one here. Well, with this one, what I'm going to do, I want it to be simple for me. So I'll go with the eyedropper, pick the gradient from here. Yes, it's coming from this side. I don't need it that way. So let me go in for my gradient tool. Then I'll draw from right to left. Right. Okay, so right, I have that. So having this here, just select everything here, go into this side and then go for none. Right. So I have the logo here. Right. So looking at this that simple, right? This is that simple. It doesn't look scary as you said. Right. Moving on to the next one. Right. Moving on to the next one. That one also has this similar method, right? It has a similar method to this one here. So let me go here. And so I'm going to do that on artboard 3 here. So with that one too, let me go in for a rectangle tool. Right. Yeah. So with the rectangle tool, I'll draw here. Right. Okay. So because it's the last color that I used, it's having it. So let me give it a single color, and then swap the fill and then the stroke. So yes, I have this here. Okay. Next is I'll go in for the ellipse. Right. Click and drag, holding on shift, and then yes, once I have it attached to the part, now I can leave it. Okay, so let me move this up a little bit. Okay, have it up a little bit. Let me also increase the size a little bit, holding on shift. So having this, I'll copy, go to edit, copy, I go to edit again, and then I'll paste this in place. Right, so paste in place, come for this shift and alt, resize, make sure it aligns to this one here. So having it aligned to this, yes, good. I'll come for this one here, hold on the control key, right, hold on control key, click, and then drag it inside. Okay, so let's have it dragged inside here. The next I'm going to do is I'll go in with the line segments to come here. Yes, click and drag for a straight line here. Right. Having this, the next thing is I'll come for this here. I'll go to edit. I'll copy it. Now copying it, this I'll paste it, but not now. So I'm not going to paste it right now. So I have it copied there, but I'm not going to paste it right now. When I get to some part of this, then I go back to paste it. So I'll select everything here. Then I'll go in for the shape builder tool. Going in for the shape builder tool, yes, I don't need this part here. So hold on my Alt, click and drag, to delete that. Hold on, Alt, click here, have it deleted. I'll add these ones, right? 1, 2, 3, these 3 sections into one shape. So I'll do that, click and drag, and then I have this. Then the next thing is here, yes, I'll add this side, and then it gives me one section there also. So after I have this, then the shape that I copied, I'm going to paste that one. So I'm going to edit, then paste in place. After pasting in place, I'll have some rotation in here. So I'll go with my rotate tool. Now the rotate tool, I can see my center of rotation here. I don't want the center of rotation to be here. I'll move the center of rotation to this side. Then I can click and drag to have a rotation of my rotation here. So once I have this rotation, I'll go for the selection tool, select this one here. Then I'll go with the shape builder tool. I'll add only this small portion. So after adding that, I go back for my selection to click outside. I'll come to select this and then hit on my delete key to have it deleted. So yes, now I have this one here. So what's left is filling it with my colors. So to fill it with my colors, that one I'm going in for the gradients tool. Right? I'm going to use gradients, right, to do that. So I come in here to select this here. Come here, right? I'll give it, yes, the gradients. Okay. Then I'll go in for the gradient tool. So this gradient, I'll let it go diagonally. So yes, have it diagonal here. Okay. Let me drop this one back. Move here and then rotate it a little bit. Okay, so I have this here. I'll go in for this one here. I'll use the eyedropper to pick the color from here. I'll go in for the gradients tool, and then here is I have it this way. Then I'll go in for this small one here, and with that, let me just swap this in here, have this, and then make it darker here. So I have it this way. After this, just select everything here, go to this one here, and then I'll go for none. Then yes, I have my second logo right here. So this one looks simple, right? It looks simple, but say if you don't know how to go about it and then you see it at first, it might look scary, right? Or you might think it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. Yes, right. So we have two out of the three. We are moving on to the last one there. Right. So the last one, yes, that one looks a little bit complicated. So yes, you have to be very attentive, right? So that I'll go in for the ellipse, right? Click and drag holding on my shift key. So I draw this one here. So let me swap the fill and then the stroke. All right. Having this, I'll go to edit. I'll copy this here. Copy. Go to edit again. Paste in place. Then after pasting in place, hold on my shift and alt key simultaneously. Then I'll resize this here. Okay. Right. So I have this resized. Next, I'll go to edit again, then paste in place. Then after pasting in place, right, this one here, I'm going to resize it from here. So resize, holding on shift. Then is once I get here, this, and then it aligns. I can see that line in there. I can see that pink line in there. So once I see that, it means it's aligned to the edge of the smaller circle in there. So I can now release. Okay. So once I release this, I'll go in for my selection tool, select the three, and then going to align them. So I'll go with horizontal align center, then click on this, and then I have the alignment here. Okay, so that is horizontal align center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a duplicate of this, and then that one will come down in here. So with that, I will use my alt. I hold on mine. Okay, let me select this here. No, go back. Select this here. Hold on my alt key. I see those two arrows, the black and then the white, right, the double arrow. So once I have that, I can just click on the stroke, right, and then move it down. And then moving it down, I will hold on my shift key and then make sure as I can see intersects, it aligns to the smaller circle at the top. So now I have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 circles in here. So I'm left with the last one to go with. So that one, yes, I'll go with either this one or this one here, anyone. I'll hold on my alt, click and drag here, and then I'll be checking the alignment. Yes, so I have it intersecting, right? It's aligned to the left edge, right? And then it's aligned to the center as well. So I can now leave it this way. So, right, I have this one part. So the down here, I'm not going to start drawing everything all over again. I just select everything here and then make a duplicate. So making the duplicate, I have everything selected here. So I'll hold on my Alt key, click and then drag in here. And then dragging it, yes, I'll make sure, yes, it intersects this way. Right. Now I can release that. So after releasing this, right, after releasing this, now yes, they're all selected. I'll right click here, go to transform, right, then I'll go for reflect, and then yes, reflect vertical, right, so I'll make sure this is checked, then I click on OK. So I have it reflected here. So I'm now going to use my shape builder to build the shapes here. So I'll go in to select everything here, and I'll go in for the shape builder. So having this here, let me zoom. Right. So I'll start from this side. So I'll add this side here. Right. Add these ones. Okay. So let me zoom more. Okay, so I have this small one here which I have to add to it. So I add. Okay, so I add this one, also including the small one here. I add this one here. Okay, so I have the first part of the shapes. Now let me come to the top here. I'll start from this side, add up to here, then add these ones. So then I'll come to this one, this is the third part, add here, okay. Then down to this side, right? Then the next is this is left with only two, so I'll add this part. I don't need this circle in here, so hold on my Alt key, click to delete. Then I can now move down here, right? So moving down here also, I'll come here to add this one here up to this side. Add this straight to this side, and then add these two. Come in here, hold on Alt, click, and then have it deleted. So now that I have this, I'm left with filling this with my colors. So I'll first go with this one here, and then I'll go in for the gradients, right? So the gradients is this, it has 3 gradients. So let me come in for add another gradient here. So with this one here, let me go in for this, pick the color from here, right? So I have this. I'll go in for the gradient. So let me uncheck this one here. So this here, I want it to go this way. Okay, still on. Okay. Yes, I want it to go this way. Yeah. So I have it this way. Then the next thing, okay, let me drop this one back, and then drop this one also back. So the next thing is I'm going in for this side here. Right. I'm going for this one. So this here also, I'll go in for the gradients, and then this time let me delete one color here, so I have only two colors. Then the type, I'm going for radial gradients, so let me swap, okay, this one here, let me swap this one to this side and then this one to this side. So once I have this here, I'll go in for my gradient tool, and then I can work on the gradient. So let me size this one here. Okay. Let me have this. Okay. I position this here. Okay. So yes, I have it as I wanted. Okay, now let me still work on it. In the blending, it's not really cool with me. Okay. Let me still go with that. Okay. So I have this here. Then next I'll go in for this one here. Sorry, this one here. So let me go with the eyedropper to pick the color from this one. So this here also, I'll go with the gradient tool, and then make sure I work on this. Okay. So I have it like, oh, Control Z to undo. Right. So I have it like that. Then I'll go in for this one also, eyedropper, pick it from here. I'll go with the gradient tool. Then I work on this also. So let me like this. All right. So yes, I have it this way. So I'll go in for this side. Okay. So this one here, eyedropper. Then I'll come to pick the color from here. Yeah. Then okay, let me work on it. So the gradient tool. Then I have this. So I'll go in for this one as well. Gradients. Sorry, the eyedropper. Pick the color from this one here. Then okay, I think this is cool. This is cool. Then I'll go in for this small one here, eyedropper. Then I pick it from this side. So with this, is I'll work on it. So let me go for this one here, and then work on it. Okay. So I'm going for this, the eyedropper. I'm sorry, the gradient, and then work on this also. Okay. So once I get this here, I select everything here. Okay. Then I'll go with my okay, I'll come in here, and then the outlines I'll go with none. So yes, with this I have the logo. Right. So let me work on these ones more. Okay. Well, okay, so great. So with this also, I have this logo, right? So there's this the one that looked a little bit complicated, but not that complicated. So if you take your time and then you follow the lessons, right, you get that. If you watch it for the first time and then you don't get it, just take it back, right? Maybe to the second or the third time. I'm sure you'll be able to get it, right? So if anything, you just leave it in the comment section. And if you have any logo, any design that you think that was made by Illustrator, and then you would like to know how they went about that also, yes, you can hit me up, and then my contacts, my WhatsApp contacts will be in the comment section. So you can WhatsApp that to me, and then I'll record a video on that and then have it posted here. Right. So thank you for watching us. Thank you for being with us. Stay with us. Right, we'll be bringing you the next lesson very soon.